Hey guys, and welcome back to RIA'S World of Ideas. Today's video is a Dollar Tree DIY video, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I created some neutral high-end looking home decor DIYs. And I'm also going to be sharing with you guys how I use them to decorate for fall, because I feel like these pieces are the perfect home decor pieces to go with the fall colors, because neutrals are always very big during fall time, but these pieces can be used all year round depending on your decor style. So for the first 4 DIYs I'm going to be sharing with you guys, I'm going to be using these 2 spray paints because I feel like together they're like the perfect combination for fall colors and for neutral decor. So the spray paints that I'm using is the Heirloom White in Satin, and I'm also going to be using this multicolored textured spray paint in Caribbean Sand. So I'm going to start off with my favorite DIY out of all of them. So for this one, you're going to need a garden dish and some plastic bowls that are in the party section. You get 2 for 1 of these plastic bowls, but you can also use a Dollar Tree mini vase, whichever, depending on how you want your tray to be. This is kind of like a little elevated tray, I guess you can call it. And depending on how skinny or how slim you want your stand part to be, it depends on if you want to get one of the vases or the bowls. But I like the shape of the bowl, and you get 2 for $1, so I was like, this is perfect. Now this DIY is not my idea. I actually got it from a Instagram account. And the Instagram account is called DIY Denise, and I will link her down below. I saw this on Instagram and I instantly knew I wanted to make it for my home, especially for my bedroom, because my bedroom is more neutral and farmhouse, and I felt like this was perfect for the fall, but I can use it all year round. And I like to give credit when I see something, because I feel like in this DIY community, especially the Dollar Tree DIY community, a lot of us do a lot of different DIYs, and we don't give credit to the original creators. And I know a lot of us do get the same ideas, and that tends to happen, but there's a lot of times when we are creating the exact same thing that someone recreated the exact same way, and they don't get credit for it. And I feel bad, especially for the little creators who don't have a big following and they don't get credit for it because a bigger YouTuber took their idea and doesn't give them credit. So I always like to give credit where credit's due, so I will link her down below. So I'm just taking off all the little pieces, the sticker pieces. You want to make sure you get all of those off, and they come up pretty easy, or you can use a blow dryer for it if you need to. Now to glue these 2 things together, you guys know that I like my adhesive glue, my Fix All adhesive glue from Dollar Tree. It's just as good as E6000. I tell you that all the time. And I'm going to use these 2 pieces. I'm going to use this to glue the 2 pieces together. So this is how it looks once the 2 pieces are glued together, and you can spray paint this any color you want depending on what your home decor feel is. But because I'm doing neutrals for fall, I decided to go in first with the Heirloom White. I spray painted the whole thing with the Heirloom White and completely covered it, and then I went in and sprayed that textured spray, that Caribbean Sand texture spray on top of that. And the reason why I did it this way is because that Caribbean texture sand is quite expensive. It's $5.96. So you want a base color to cover everything, and then just go in on top with the Caribbean spray so that it lasts longer. And then I just use some things from Dollar Tree to decorate the bowl. I used the LED candles, the little leaf garland, and some pumpkins, and I just love the way this came out. It looks so gorgeous, and you can use this all year round. Just switch it out with the holiday decor, add some greenery and regular candles for like everyday decor. I just think this is so versatile that you can use all year round, not just for fall. And it looks so elegant and so high end that I know something like this would be in the home decor stores or even Target for way more. And all it cost me was like $1.50 basically, if you think about the garden dish and then the bowl, because the spray paint, I'm actually using it for multiple DIYs, so I don't count it as my price for the individual DIYs. Now Dollar Tree always has a variety of glass vases, but this year they brought out this one that had a beautiful shape to it. It looked so high end to me, so I grabbed it, and I knew I was going to do some type of DIY with it. I just didn't know yet what I was going to do until now. So what I did was I took that Heirloom White, spray painted the whole thing, the Heirloom White again as my base color, but this time instead of spray painting the whole texture thing, I took some painter's tape and I marked off basically the bottom part of this vase so that the bottom part would be textured in the little Caribbean sand and then the rest would be in that Heirloom White. Now I'm not gonna lie guys, this thing is tricky to get this around and it be straight as possible. So give yourself some grace. Don't try to be too perfect of it being straight across, because it is kind of hard when you're trying to wrap it around kind of like an angled vase. The tape tends to want to go different ways, so sometimes you might want to have to layer it and do different types of layering of pieces of tape to make it straight. And that's what I did. But like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, we bought a bunch of things at the stores and at Dollar Tree where they've had different things like that, and it wasn't perfect at all. The stuff is like lopsided, but it's okay. That gives it character. Sometimes it makes it look, a little bit more farmhouse, a little bit more natural. So, but this is how much I taped it off, and then I was going to go in with the texture spray paint, which that's what I did. And the texture spray paint, I'll have to say to you guys, it doesn't spray very well. It sprays kind of splotchy, so just know that. And so that's how it came out, but I still kind of liked how it came out, even though it was splotchy in some areas. Now, Dollar Tree has these dripping blossoms that I love. I used the white ones during the summertime to decorate, and they had these orange ones that were so beautiful for fall. I couldn't wait to use them to decorate this year. And I felt like this vase was the perfect vase to use the dripping blossoms in, because I feel like with the dripping blossoms, they're gonna hang over, and so I felt like I needed a longer vase to achieve this look. And so this is how it turned out, and I just started right now with just a pumpkin near me, near it, because I don't really know where I'm going to put it in my house, so that's why I didn't really style it a lot for you guys. But I'm going to show you guys a tray later on in this video, which you can use it in the tray if you want, but I had another vase in mind for that tray. But yes, this can go anywhere in your house. I just think that it looks so, the flowers and this vase and the texture, it looks perfect together. Like I said, Dollar Tree has a variety of glass vases. Now this vase right here, I call it like the OG vase of Dollar Tree, because since Dollar Tree has been open, you will always find this style vase. I feel like it's like the original one that's always been there. So no matter what Dollar Tree you have, if you feel like your Dollar Tree doesn't get good things in, you'll always see this style vase. So I painted it the same way that I painted the last vase. The only difference is I added different florals to this one because of the style and shape it had. I decided to put the Dollar Tree mums that they have this year, and I am so impressed by the mums that they have this year, because they look so real, so realistic. And putting these mums in this vase that I've basically made over with this spray paint makes this look so high end. I just love the way that it came out. And I paired it up with just one of the little Dollar Tree signs that I share with you guys. It's also such a great deal for $1. This sign came with like the little wood beads on top, which I removed because it's not my style to have the wood beads on top, but they do come with the little wood beads on top. But I feel like this styled with this looks perfectly together on any shelf or any table, and you will see how I use this exact same vase in my tray later on in this video. Now, I know a lot of times when we share with you guys Dollar Tree home decor DIYs, they tend to be like smaller DIYs. So I want to share with you guys something big, like a big bouquet home decor piece for your home this fall that you can use. So I took this bowl, this plastic bowl that they have in the party section at Dollar Tree, and I spray painted it the same way that I did the first DIY I shared with you guys, with the Harlem white first, and then I went in with that Caribbean sand on top. And this is such a huge piece that you can use outside or indoors. And so I used those same mums, because I had a whole bunch of the mums because I fell in love with them, and I used them to decorate this bowl, and it came out so gorgeous. It's such a gorgeous piece that I know in the home decor stores, like I say guys, in the home decor stores there'll be so much more. And like I said, you can use this outdoors, on your front porch, on your back patio, or in your house. So this big piece right here, this big beautiful bouquet, can be used in multiple ways in your home. So the last DIY I want to share with you guys is how I made kind of like a neutral kind of farmhouse style tray. So I saw this like beautiful sign at Dollar Tree, which is not my style, but I saw that it was circular and I thought it would be perfect to make a round tray. So the first thing that I did was I took the bow off of it and also the hanging string off of it as well. Then I took some Dollar Tree spackle to cover up the holes where the hanging string was at. Now to make the sides of this tray, I'm going in with these party beads that you can get in the party section at Dollar Tree. They come with 8 beads in them, and I'm only going to use 4 for this tray because I didn't want my sides to be too high, because I felt like sometimes when tray sides are too high, they take away from what's actually inside the tray. So I wanted mine to be like, to show that there's like a side of it, but not too high. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut them, and I'm going to use my hot glue gun and glue them to the border of the circular the circular board. But you have to be really careful with your hot glue, guys, because I went overboard with the hot glue. And what happens is with hot glue, you don't see anything at first when you're gluing things down. But then when you go into paint, then the paint accentuates hot glue so well. So I wanted my tray to have the look of these beads and have like these little like beaded circular like look to it. But because I was so heavy-handed with the hot glue, you can see all the pieces of hot glue in it, and it kind of just messed up my DIY. So I wanted to warn you guys, before, if you guys do this, go very light on the hot glue so that way when you paint it, you'll see the actual look of the beads itself and not the big chunks of glue when you go to paint it. Now, when it came time to do the second layer, what I did was I put glue in between the little beads of the first layer, and then I would put the bead that I'm adding on top in between them. So I always snuggled a bead in between each other for the second layer and for the third layer. And then I just kept going on, so on and so on with the glue. And again, be very light with the glue, guys, because I'm telling you guys, I wish my DIY came out a little bit better because I added too much glue. As you can see right here, I'm going a little bit less with the glue, but when I first did it, I was very heavy-handed with the glue. Like, you don't need that much, just make sure you're just putting enough to stick them together, and that way, you know, when you go to paint it, you won't see hot glue pieces. So here's how it looks once I was done putting my 3 layers on of the beads. And now I'm going to go in with this khaki color from Apple Barrel as my base color for this tray. And here's how it looks once the base color was dry. And as I'm turning it, you guys can see the chunks of glue, which I'm so upset, but lesson learned. Next time, whenever I'm making something, go easy on the hot glue. So I'm taking this white matte paint and I'm going to do some dry brushing effect on this tray because I wanted to make this tray look a little bit more farmhouse. When I think of fall, I think of farmhouse. And so I wanted to make this like a little like farmhouse decor tray. Normally I do gray and white, but because this was going to go in my bedroom, and most of my bedroom is kind of like the neutral colors, I decided to make it khaki and then have the white matte on top. Like, again, like I've told you guys before, whenever you're doing a dry brushing, it's all about the brush and the paint color that you have. So when you're doing a dry brushing effect, you want to make sure that you have matte paint that is the top coat, regardless if it's white or anything. You want it to be matte, and you want this type of brush with the bristles that it has, because then you're able to do like the dry brushing effect where you're not putting too much paint on and you're just kind of like gliding it as you go, just doing it little by little, the top layer. Now, the reason why you want to use matte paint on top is for this part right here. Matte paint, when it dries fast and it dries chalky. So then you go in with your brush and then you rub in that chalky part of the top coat, and it creates like this little powdery effect on your DIY that makes it look like aged farmhouse decor. And so that's why you want to use the matte paint as your top coat paint to give it that farmhouse kind of dusty look. And so this is how it turned out. I love it. You can see I paired it up with the vase that I created in this video as well. I also added the Dollar Tree like trinket kind of pumpkin, and then I have like a little stand from Dollar Tree and also that sign as well with the little leaf. And this looks so adorable and so high-end. I can't wait to use this in my bedroom. I love the way that it's just paired together. You can take different things. You can use the other vase and put it in this tray as well. So you can use this in a variety of ways. This is just the way that I'm styling it for my bedroom. So this is the idea that I wanted to give you guys. And that is it for today's video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope I gave you guys some inspiration and some ideas to create some beautiful home decor pieces of your own for your home. Let me know in the comments down below which DIY was your favorite and which one will you be recreating. And remember, you don't only have to make these for fall. These pieces can be used all year round in your home, and they look so high-end, and they cost a fraction of the price that it would be to buy it in the stores. And I just love the way they came out, and I was so excited to share with you guys for the the fall time. But again, like I said, you can use them all year round. Stay tuned because I do have some more fall DIYs coming your way, and also my fall home decor tour, my house tour of sharing with you guys how I decorated my house for fall. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Hey guys, don't forget to click on the picture in the middle of the screen so you can subscribe to my channel and get notifications on all the new videos that I put out. And check out these other 2 videos that I have posted on my channel on either side of my picture. Have a great day.